Going over today is this is the ScanPad 071 by Launch I've had this for probably 2 weeks now. I got it on eBay for about 500 bucks. It was an open box special, which is actually a really good deal for this. I think the retail is 1800 for these, and they typically sell it for around 1200 new. This is my first full OEM level scan tool, which just means that it can access all different modules on the vehicle for all different types of cars. So the closest thing I've ever had to this was a VCDS for Audi and Volkswagen, which does the same thing. It's 250, 350 bucks for one of those, and that's a PC based unit. I prefer these handheld ones just because it's easier than messing with a laptop every time you want to do something. But this one has been pretty cool so far. It's basically just a tablet, from what I can understand, a basic tablet, and it has this protective case on it. It has this little holder here for the Bluetooth adapter, and you can charge this. This is chargeable here with it came with a unique charger, from what I understand, that you really need to use that one for this to work properly. And what I'll do today is I'm going to hook this up to my car. I have a 99 BMW 540i wagon, and I'm going to be looking at some O2 data. So I'm going to set that up now and get the car warmed up so that the sensors are working, and we'll be right back with that. Okay, now we're in. I actually decided to do this in my wife's X5. It's a 2006 BMW X5 with the 3-liter. I got the Bluetooth piece plugged in here, and this is just kind of sitting on the wheel here. And I'm just going to do a couple of basic functions here so you can see what kind of things this thing can do. So go to the car, let it connect. And one of the things I liked about this tool is that it has bi-directional capability, so it doesn't just read information from the computer and from the sensors, but it can tell the components to do things like turn the pump on, shut the valve, those types of things, which can help in diagnosing issues. So I'll just manually select the vehicle here. And we'll do a quick test just so you can see it hitting up all the different modules. BMW has, on some vehicles like my car, a 20-pin plug under the hood as well, and you only get emissions information, some basic engine information from the 16-pin in the car that you usually go to. This car only has a 16-pin though. I think in 2000 or 2001 they changed to be 16-pin throughout on BMW. So it's going through all the modules, which are HVAC, the headlights, the body, the chassis, engine, transmission, ABS you see there. So it's just going to go through and list if there's any faults or not. And then from there you can go in and look at the modules themselves, make things happen, clear codes, read codes, that kind of thing. Some cars are much faster when they read, depending on how many modules are allowed for the tool to go through. I did a Chevy Aveo, maybe a 2008 or 9 last week, and it didn't have too many modules available, which I was kind of surprised having a GM, but so it's cruising through now, and this interface is really easy to go from a basic scan tool to something like this. I've had one of the higher end Actuation models before. I've had a what is that other one called? Can't think of the name of it. It's another popular brand. Just basic code readers. They'll show you freeze frame data and read codes, give you a brief summary, delete, but nothing this nice. So I don't have much to compare to on professional level things. I was considering Snap-on models, some of the older things, even the brick model, the Sonus was another one I was looking at for a deal. But the thing about those was I'm not familiar with how the keys work. From my understanding, it's a pain in the ass to keep those things up to date. This one did come with a year of free updates, and they update, from what I can tell, about once a week on these. And I don't know. This was a good deal, and I felt like I had to grab it. So far, I'm happy with it. And we're almost done here. So we'll bring up a fault report here in a second, and then we'll go into a couple modules and just look at some of the things that you can look at. Okay, we'll look at the fault report here. Oops, I'm looking at this through the camera, so we'll go back. Fault report. And not too much stuff. Actually, when I did this the first time, there was a ton of stuff in there that I ended up deleting. And I don't know what any of the stuff is really. Well, you can guess what some of the stuff is. But you can, from here, create a report, and then you can save this or email it. You know, I'm connected to the internet, I believe, right now, where I could email this and see if it actually is. Nope, I guess I'm not connected right now to Wi-Fi in the garage. It does reach normally, but you can print it from here, you can save it from here. I'll go back and just look at a module, and we'll see what kind of things we can do in here. You can program and code things. So read fault code, none. Data stream. Coolant temperature. There's lots of stuff in here. Oh, good. It does have voltage. That's just an alarm so you don't leave the thing in there. I actually pushed the wrong damn button because I'm looking through the camera here. I'm going to stop doing that. Come on. Connect. Okay. I'm just going to go straight to a module here. Oops. Wrong car. And we'll go to same thing. Engine. Connect real quick. I just want to show some of the data display. Okay. So we'll look at like battery voltage, and you could do up to 4 PIDs at once here, and we're just going to look at one here. So that's pretty low. And you can simply graph things, change the minimum and maximum points on the graph. You can record data. Then it just saves it. There's a file on the tablet that you can go right to and switch to the values. And let's see if help does anything. One item. Nothing there. I haven't seen anything in that help menu yet. I don't know if that's worthless at this point or what. So we'll go back, and if you add, we'll add a couple other things. Coolant temp, ambient. Let's see. Oil temp. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job with the camera here. And we'll do 4 things at once and see how this looks. You can do more than 4 as far as just looking at the values, but when it comes to the graphing, you have to choose between 4 things. So we got all this stuff moving along. You can instantly combine stuff. It graphs it out pretty well. Again, compared to what I'm used to. And let's go back to back. Let's look at actuation test. Fuel injectors off. I don't know how to use all of these things. Electric fan. You can turn the fan on at different loads. So we'll say on. It's thinking. And I actually didn't hear a fan come on here. I hear it trying, but maybe something's wrong with this fan actually. I've never noticed it come on even with the AC on, so that thing might be smoked. Yeah, I don't hear it on. It seems like this actuation is supposed to run for 20 seconds. With my car, I was able to change the load. Yeah, I guess this is turning it off. I don't know. But different things that you can do with this. So, yeah. We'll look in a couple other areas and see what else we can do with this car. I've only really looked at the stuff that I could do with my 5 Series. So we'll go back here. Different types of valves and solenoid actuation. Damn it. And let's look at special function. Clear adaptations. Idle speed. Consumption indicator adjustment. Okay. Push that button again. I'm actually going to get a little stylus for this, I think, so that when don't get the screen all shit up, but sometimes these little buttons in the corner can be tough to get to. Let's look at ABS stuff. I don't remember if it showed any codes in there under this, but again, I want to look at what some of the special functions are. Maybe it has like a bleed function. Some other things I don't know anything about. I do like the coding ability. I haven't tried it yet. I've got a bad ABS module in my car, and it was not repairable, so I think that I'm going to end up getting a used one and just coding it. So I'll see how that works. Same with my airbag module seems to have a problem too when it's cold, so try the same thing with that. So data stream, we'll look at how fast these wheels aren't spinning. Good. Let's see what else. Actuation test. Pump motor, I don't know what that's ABS pump. Don't know what I would use these things for is the problem. Brake bleeding procedure. So, now there's a lot of stuff in here. It's a bit over my head right now, but it's good to know it's there. And the only other thing I can really show in here that I've seen are these other sections here. Like I was in the diagnostic section. There's also this Identifix, which appears to be like an AllData Pro Mitchell subscription that probably has, you have to pay for it, so I haven't done anything. There's a free subscription that comes with it. The updates, this is super fast and super easy. I actually don't want to do this right now. But you can see there are updates available for lots of cars, and I just did this like last week, so there's cars in here that don't exist in the US. Lots of stuff. And they're pretty quick. It's like a minute per line. Something like that. GoLo is something I'm not going to be using. That's where somebody could put in a Bluetooth. I believe it's a Bluetooth adapter for their car, and it can connect with the shop using a smartphone, so you can read data. I guess kind of like OnStar uses, that can send data where you want it, and good for customer base. I can see how that would be beneficial for shops. Profile is just information about the connector. Your reports are in here too, so anything that I've scanned before and saved a report on. Like here's I think this is the Aveo I was talking about, 2007. Yeah, there was only one thing in there, that transmission circuit. But you can save those and customize the fields and all that stuff. We'll see if this is a big one. No, this was an X3. Yeah, this was the first time I scanned this car before I cleared stuff out. So tons of crap came up here. And I think you need a service manual or something robust to actually find out how to diagnose some of these codes. Some of you guys will know better than I will about that, but not something Google generally pulls up. And that's about it. I mean, the settings, like I just got cut off trying to explain, is there's very basic stuff in there. And you can go on the internet with this. It's just a standard tablet, and it runs pretty well, actually. It's an older version of Android, but it runs smoothly, and there's nothing really to speak of that's an issue that I've noticed. So if you have any questions about this tool or what it can do, throw it in the comments section. I'm going to do other types of videos like this. And if you have suggestions, this is my first video, so you can beat me up a little bit if you want on there in the comments, but I'm open to what you got, and want to help out any way I can. I couldn't find any videos out there really on this tool, aside from Launch's own videos, so if you're interested in this and you want to know more about it, let me know, and I can see what I can figure out what it can do. Alright, thanks for watching.